Hey there, in this quick lesson, I'll teach you how to remove red eyes from photos in just a few clicks. Here's our before image, where the subject has a Terminator vibe going on with these huge red eyes. And here's the after shot. Okay, let's get to it. Here's one way of approaching this task. We can grab the quick selection tool and we'll click on this left pupil. Now that we have a selection, we can use several adjustment layers, but I'll go with hue and saturation. In essence, what we need to do is remove some red from this photo and replace it with black. From these sliders, I'll drop the saturation to somewhere around -60. The lightness should be turned down as well to about -75, and we have a pretty good result. Trouble is, we still have to feather our work, otherwise we'll end up with red rings in this person's eyes, but more importantly, a transition that's too abrupt. From this panel, we have to switch to our mask by clicking on this button. Now we can easily feather it. Let's increase this value to about 2.5 pixels, though we still have to manually brush some parts in. We're still getting some red on the edges of the pupil, so bear with me as I grab a white brush and fix it up. The hardness should be somewhere around 50%, and this will require a significant zoom level. Brush around and you'll slowly start to fade that red away. We could have also modified our selection by expanding it several pixels. That would have worked too. Okay, let me speed this up because this is one way of doing it, though here's the deal. There's a tool in Photoshop that fixes red eyes automatically. I wanted to show you an alternative technique so you can better appreciate this red eye tool. Here's how it works. First, I'll remove this adjustment layer. Now I'll go to my toolbox and we'll find it hidden underneath the Spot Healing Brush tool in this last slot. Here it is. This doesn't have any complicated settings in the options bar. I've always left them at their default levels, 50%. This tool works like a marquee, so you click and draw out a rectangle. Then Photoshop will immediately remove any red it finds in the pupil you've selected. Let me undo just for a moment. Please note that your box should be fairly big, otherwise look at what happens. Some strange black spots appear in this pupil. So it's as easy as that. Marquee the entire eye and you're good to go. Repeat the step on the other side and we're golden. That's how easy it is to remove red eyes in Photoshop. One thing to note is that this tool works destructively. We can't create a new layer and isolate our change from the original image, but 90% of the time it does a good job, so we can let it slide. When you compare this to creating a selection and using 1 or 2 adjustment layers, there's no competition. Okay, that wraps it up. A quick and easy way to remove red eyes from photos.